Hey Project Fam, welcome back to another video. So this is the last of my red solo cups moving outside. So I started all of these red solo cups from seeds and I nurtured them. I didn't kill them, and now I am finally moving them outside to their new home. So the plan is to replant all of these cups into the raised garden bed outside. So I'm going to put them in the ground. I'm going to stake the ones that need to be staked. Typically my taller, weaker plants. Look at me pulling out the essential belt. I have some twist ties in the essential belt. So yeah, typically my tall okra needs to be staked, but in this case, this is a pepper that needs a little support. So if you've been watching the channel, that black fabric with the green stripes will be familiar to you. That's wheat fabric or wheat cloth. And I use that to keep the weeds from growing in between my plants. And it also does a good job of providing moisture so the plants don't dry out as quickly. And what I did was I left about an inch gap around the exterior of the wheat cloth, because when I water the raised garden bed, I do want the water to soak somewhere. And it's okay if it soaks around the edges. It's definitely okay if it soaks, next to the plants. So that's how I did it. So this is one of my pet peeves. It didn't make it to my pet peeve list, but it's on the way. Tagging tagging everything you plant. If you need to tag it with a date, if you planted, different plants, different dates, whatever it is, just tag it, write it down. I keep these tags. This tag, actually, I'm going to leave in the description. I think they're awesome. They're large enough where I can see them. And there I am again, putting a marker inside my essential belt. Love my belt. So there I go, and tag. And what I do is I stick the tag through the wheat cloth, and it does a good job of actually holding that wheat cloth to the soil. So normally I would actually save those solo cups, because I did cut holes in the bottom of the cup, so they're like little planting cups. I did write directly on the cups, and I can just put some tape over it, but I have so many of these little cups and plants. I don't know. I am going to save it. I'm not throwing them away yet. So the first thing I do is I use my razor and I cut an X in the wheat cloth. Then I fold back the sides so it's like a square, and then I push my hand down and I move the dirt all around, and I use the cup to push it down even further. If it's not far enough down, then I use my hand and I move some of the soil out of the way. Once you get the right depth in the cup, all you do is just press it lightly in the soil and use your hands to move some of the soil around the cup. And that's it. That's pretty simple. Oh, one last thing. So right before you're about to plant your plants, whether it's a solo cup or transplant, you don't want to water it. You don't want moist soil because it crumbles. You want it to be somewhat firm, so you can put the firm, you could take it directly out of whatever you're taking it out of. In this case, it's a solo cup, and put it inside the soil. And obviously, once you plant it, then you could do your water thingy. There it goes again. So this is so cool. Using the cup to push the soil out of the way, and it forms like a perfect cylinder. That's going to make it to a short. Probably one of these clips. I have so much to do, so much content. Believe it or not, I'm probably a couple of days behind, more like a week, of these videos. I have some really, really awesome content coming. So I guess you knew this was coming at some point or another. Please subscribe to the video. I have so many other outdoor planting videos coming. If you like hydroponics, if you're interested in hydroponics, if you're interested in growing other things with hydroponics, definitely you can get a lot of points from the channel and use to grow anything you want. Here I am marking this. So this is a cayenne, and which one is it? It's the cayenne thin. I love those tags. I like my big Sharpie. I like my essential belt. All comes in handy when you're doing these projects. There's nothing like trying to do a project with the wrong tools. You're either going to mess it up, you're just going to take too long. It's a waste of your time. Using the essential belt, you keep all the tools on your hip. You don't have to go inside and try and find anything. So some of the things that I keep in the essential belt, I keep a knife handy. I keep scissors handy. I keep those tags handy. I keep the marker handy. And I keep twist ties handy. Those are the things that I keep in the essential belt, and it comes in handy having it on my hip at all times. You must be thinking like, well, where can I get my essential belt? That is a good question. I will leave a link in the description. And as with anything, the more you do, the easier it is. You get into a rhythm. There I am using my hand. And by the way, the gloves that I like to use are the ones that have like a rubberized latex coating. I don't need it latex coating on both sides because then my hand just sweats. So at least if it's a coating on one side, I don't mind digging in dirt. If it's wet, yeah, probably not so much. But yeah, I do like using gloves that have coating only on one side. So we're almost done. Few more tags. Jalapeno. Nice little accent. Is it an accent? No, it's a tilde. Tilde over the end. And here we go. My jalapeno. That next one is my cayenne thin. Jalapeno huge. That's my okra just kind of hanging right there. In front, all okras in front. That's a reaper in the middle. See if I can get that okra to stand up. And there I am. That is another reaper. Yes, I do like my reapers. I can't wait to harvest some habaneros. Like I said, all the tall ones in the front, okra. And that's my raised garden bed. So a couple of reasons why I like this raised garden bed this year is I'm using the weed cloth, so I won't have any weeds growing up in between the cloth. Number two, it should help with moisture, although I am planning to add some drip irrigation. And number three, it just looks nice. All right, all. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, please subscribe. I have a ton more content for you.